didn't sell. Yeah, whatever. Really sell, you know, it's one of those things that I just threw into the market to flip an inventory. Like I said, don't make me fucking stand up. Oh, and Alpha did one fucking fireball on Diamond and took flipping 80% of their HP. Yeah, that didn't last very long. I wasn't expecting it to. Kinda wish I could move the map out of the way. Yikes. I'm gonna do a little stream and let some people see what some of the big boys on PS4 are doing. Sentinels Fight Club. Nah, this is Ravens, boy. You'll get. You would get jumped. You're gonna get jumped. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Hello. How are you? Don't you love that? Trying to bring up YouTube so I can watch chat without having chat like I hate where it cuts off part of my screen, you know? By Diamond. There we go. Now you're not making me look crazy, right? You got your voice to where it's shared. I promise you, I'm not talking. I promise you, I'm not talking to myself. Wade's is here somewhere. I'm not crazy. Yep, it hides name, level, everything. Yeah, that has to be used at the right time, though. Ooh. Doja just took out Lana. Alright, mate. I'm gonna mute my mic after the day, so I'll keep the camera centered, really, or at least try. I mean, mages like to teleport around a lot, so. And this one pillar's being a dude. I might, yeah, I'm gonna move over to there. Get a better camera angle. Gotta get those angles, you know. Hopefully I don't get hit here. I'm sorry. I was eating, so I unplugged my mic. Yeah, a lot of people don't like the ASMR. A lot of people don't like ASMR, so the, the sound of me eating and shit, especially spaghetti. So I think Dottie and Lana, or yeah, it looks like it. Spaghetti a little too fast too. Now I have hiccups. Looks like Lana's gonna lose this fight. Oh, maybe not if she can turn this around. Does she have the stun lock? Oh, can she go in for the finish? No, she gets stopped right there like a front door. Slammed right in her face. If any of you do not know anything about the mages, the reason you see Alpha over there doing that combo with the ice, once they do the ice, it charges some of their mana. Or mana, or however you want to say it. I know some people like to say it differently. But, it charges their mana, so they'll do that so they have a full charge before a fight. Which title? I've been seeing that one, I just don't know. What, just go through a match without it? Mm. It's probably from the Abyss. Who would have guessed Alpha would win that fight? Alpha beat Doja.
The forest greets you.
Dottie versus Rise? Oh, Alpha versus Rise. That wasn't a fight. All Alpha did was the fireball, and well, it kind of blew up and one-shot Rise. What kind of fight is that? I'm gonna go pick up some people. People don't know how to get there, apparently. No. Why? Alright, that's what I'm hitting for right now. That dummy don't last very long, does it? Yeah. I just used one. What's funny is some of the stuff you can throw on the market that you can buy from your union actually sells pretty good. I feel in danger. I feel danger. Hectic, like normal. I have to give them credit though. They put a lot of detail into the cloth in this game. The cloth of your clothes. Like if you just let it, your camera sit there or your character sit there. I like it. It looks detailed. Eats up, eats up a lot. No, I didn't open that. Yeah, that sounds about right. And thought he's out of here. supposedly new mounts are coming as well. What's all supposed to come? It was like a couple mounts, some side quests, some main quests, a dungeon and a lair, I think, right? I'm horrible with remembering when they list off all that shit. Except when I'm trying to remember that, oh wait, they're not fixing the arrow ring. At least that's the update information didn't say anything about fixing. Like, I hope they fix it. They already knew it was a problem on Xbox. That's alright. Yeah, everyone's known about fishing for a while now. Hmm. Alright, alright. So they're adding a bunch of things, but they're nerfing a bunch of classes and fucking giving priest a slight buff. That don't make no sense. While yes, I do say mages need a slight nerf on the stuns, priests need the nerf on their stuns more than the mages. I'll say that right now. Well, here's the thing. I'm a big fan of there should be two types. Like the PvP should be slightly different than the PvE. Because trying to make a PvE character work in a PvP situation does not always work out well. There's a lot of balancing shit, like. But of course, again, I strongly jack shit with the PvP. You can look at RB. I mean, yeah. Don't don't weaken our kick. That's one of the only things we have. Yeah, but of course no one cares about Crusaders. No offense to anyone that plays Crusaders. But, like, honestly, for the Rangers, it's not that bad of a nerf. I will say that. But why are you gonna nerf a class that has to reload? We already have to reload. We don't have time to fucking deal with the nerf. Like, literally, we can't fucking go run around if we're fucking reloading. We can't get hit, otherwise the reload is cancelled. We try to roll, or reload is cancelled. We shoot, our reload is cancelled. Literally, we have to stand there while we reload. Ah, they're probably gonna nerf Gideon again. They've already done. They've nerfed him 3 times. They nerfed. They nerfed him after I got done with them. That's interesting, considering they're expanding the bag to 150. I thought. Yo, so, well, who's gonna miss that person? You can go anywhere and do that. Those annoying fucking little twats are. Well, it would make sense. Why are fucking turtles so damn aggressive? I remember running into them the first time and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm being beat down by a turtle. uh, I have no idea what was level 3. So it I might as well go quickly sell everything I have. So, yeah. By that sound, by that is that from their page or what? Was that recently updated or anything? Alright. So yeah, that's the newest one. This is gonna be fun. Yeah. there was a bug in which people still have it. Honestly, I would love to have had that bug, you know? I didn't notice that. Alright. The what? That's weird. So, wait, they're doing what? I've never had it do that. I don't think. But I've had it push, but in so many combat situations, everything blurs together. I'm already on my next fucking rotation by the time I would have even comprehended something like that happened. Boneyard. I believe so. What did they fix for it? Hmm. Uh, I don't think I noticed anything like that. Yeah, it looks like mages won't be able to fucking. Ah, it looks like I'm about to lose my broadcast. Ah, internet's fucking shitting out. So, looks like they're fixing that boss and a couple other bosses. And they still haven't covered all the bugs, just minor ones that not even really game breaking. Alright. Unless they meant for it to be doing that and it just didn't or something. So they're taking that effect away? If that's the case, it just made the boss look a little bit better. What do you mean? So wait, priests were able to still attack? So priests are the most broken thing in the fucking game. So they're fixing the lunchbox glitch? Yeah, that was a thing. So you have battlefield potions. You have to get up to you have to complete your first 5 matches in Battlefield and all that. And the thing was, you could take them. You can only take them in Battlefield or in PvP, RB or Warlord. Well, the effects of the potions lasted outside of the PvP. Yeah, attack buffs, defensive buffs. Like, there's a bunch of good ones, but I honestly don't think the time that it lasted was really that like of a problem. Like, you couldn't just go through. You might be able to fucking tear through uh one boss if you went into a dungeon with a full 5-man team right away. But that's only like tearing through half of a boss, probably. Like, eh, it's not really that much of a problem. You could probably have used it to go and fucking tear through a bunch of noobs. Alright, mate. Honestly, these big fixes don't seem like that much, just like tweaks to me. They don't seem like much of fixes in the sense of a fix. Um, Still, again, it comes back to the problem where they obviously don't know their characters and think the priests need any form of a buff, even though I understand it's not really that much of a buff. It's still a buff compared to every other class besides the paladin or the crusader not getting touched. Like, every other class is getting a nerf. Come on. Like, give the archers more range. We kinda need it. Yeah, that's old. I'm starting to get my money back. I'm gonna need that money considering I'm gonna need to be fucking leveling up my bow soon. My new pretty bow. Isn't it so pretty? I'm probably gonna have a guy upgrade this for me. It doesn't have the prettiest runes in the world, but it doesn't have the worst runes in the world. Not for what I'm gonna be trying to build. I'm gonna need some purple, just a few, and a few whites and yellow. Oh, hello, Neko. Your ass is up late. How are you doing? And yes, I do have my phone out so I can see all your little fucking shit talk. Oh no, I can't cuss. YouTube wants me to be family friendly. Yeah, me friendly, family friendly. Hmm. Uh, I wonder who's gonna go up next. Yeah. What's bad is you gotta remember I'm delayed by 15 seconds. So when you post that is about 15-30 seconds behind. So plan out your moves, mate. It's chunky. I kinda wish I had a longer rendering distance so I could see more of the fight. I don't want to step too close. I don't want to get blasted into next week, man. Oh, guess who's watching us right now? Neko. Yeah, Neko's watching. Uh, I I get a headache trying to watch mages fight. That teleporting crap is fucking. Uh, only hear you though. That's because Wade's is being a douchebag and won't share his voice, so you can't hear him. You know, all that fun jazz. Same thing I do. Oh my god, they want to know my attack. 6095. My attack's only 6095, and I haven't gotten to work on my crit rate or my crit damage yet. I'm working off my defense, which is how I like to build all my classes. Like, I like to start from a solid base of defense, and then branch out and add as much as I can for that.
There. Haha, I did find it. They should be able to hear me now.
Oh, Nemi's only 4353.
The dungeons,
I'm sure Neko knows all about the update and has already broken the game apart to figure out what's going to be happening and all that good jazz. Because we all
arcane
know
flash.
Neko's a know-it-all.
What are they doing with arcane flash? That makes no damn. Alright, whatever they say.
Well, congratulations, Neko, for hitting your 30th platinum trophy yesterday. That's one hell of an achievement. Also, Waitsy says hello.
How goes it?
He said I might hop online soon. Not sure if I'll play Bless or not. Man, you got a lot of grinding. You got a lot of grinding, mate. Just
Oh,
ask
that
Wade.
and like Genshin. Oh yeah. As soon as this update comes out, we're all grinding something because everything changes.
Yeah, it's gonna actually be new weapons, apparently,
And gear.
and
Weapons
gear.
and gear.
Even though I heard
This
that the
is
gear
heavy
was
assisted.
coming out next update. So I'm wondering
But
if they're gonna be adding the gear, but not like putting in the like the spawn.
Here, I'll go back to it again. I guess I said I'll pull up the exact wording. Tiger balm on the hand. Holy crap. That'll open up the sinuses. Oh, like Vicks.
Hey, I got more mail. Yeah, it looks like someone's buying up all
Ah,
those
there we go.
memory gems that I threw up.
So it states word for word under equipment, added new equipment with elemental damage and elemental defense. That'll be fun.
Wow, this is gonna be a pilgrim thing and a wubba 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 wubba.
Yep.
Eh.
How is Temple of Lies? I don't have the quest. Where do I get Temples of Lies quest? Where at the Oh, it's down low. It's unavailable. I am not that far yet, man. Not that far.
Well, it's a good thing I'll have my prestige quest and all that done tomorrow. Well, it should be done tomorrow.
Harpies! Harpies! I can defeat Harpies and get my prestige up. Yes!
Oh god.
It's still one short.
Oh, by the way, I discovered something earlier. I was doing the quest for Canis Mountains, and it was telling me to do some extra bosses, and there's only one boss in that territory, the Wyvern, right? And
Bone Dragon's up there,
Bone
right?
Dragon too, but Bone Dragon was already done. I went to the territory next to it, Canis Valley, and did it,
Yeah.
and it counted.
Huh.
So I don't know if
That must
those
be
are
it.
connected or anything. Maybe not. I might have been stupid, but it did count. Like, it did. So,
I don't know if they state that you have to do it in the region either. We just assume you have to do it in the region because
yeah.
that's what it's for.
Ooh.
So my Tristeza region, Tristeza. Hey, look, I'm the only one over here. This is awesome. Server is quiet. People went to bed.
Oh yeah, people will start to go to bed at this time.
Ah, Dawnstar Tunic. Ah, Crapples is a level 9. He's killing horses.
uh, sorry, excuse me. I'm an asshole.
Where are you going? Who taught you how to use your ability?
My mom.
Oh, this Berserker just kind of like jumped from a level 12 Berserker. Run in circles. I'm not liking Berserkers and one-shot kills. It does make this area a pain in my rear end.
The which ones?
They do their leaping jump.
Ah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Now, this complete. Yes, it's all complete. You can go get my Navara. Best.
Oh, look who
You
finally
have fun.
joined.
Who's that?
Yes, I know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, he's using the fucking app.
What app?
Okay,
You
never
don't
mind.
use the PlayStation app? I use the PlayStation app.
Nah, he was just talking through his mic in an echoey area or something. At first it sounded like the app.
Oh. No, it's just the fact that, yes, it's going to sound like an echo sometimes because it's not, the typical mic
Yeah.
that
Ah.
people use.
So, how are you doing?
Uh, Usual. Finally made. Yeah, the Platinum Trophy wasn't even from that great of a game either. But the only reason why I got it and went for it was because there's no way you could miss any of the trophies in the game. I'm telling you this much right now. Because all the trophies are based on just completing the mission. Doesn't matter how you do it, doesn't matter what difficulty, does not matter. And then there are 4 other trophies in the game that you cannot miss. One of them is kill an enemy. Another one is kill an enemy with a headshot. Another one is get killed. And then the other one is modify your weapon with attachments.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, it is a broke as hell first person shooter. I'm talking broke. It is probably one of the worst I've ever played, but also one of the greatest I've ever played because I, for some reason, have had fun with it.
Was
It's
it
like,
so bad that you had fun with its badness type?
that, because the ragdolls are hilarious, but it gets annoying to where if you shoot an enemy, you can be in complete stealth. They will not have noticed you. You fire a silenced weapon at them, and you don't even have to hit them. They'll instantly turn around, perfectly aimed towards you, and just light you up. But you could kill that person. They could be lighting you up. But the person right next to them will still act as if you never existed. Like, it is hilarious.
Metal Gear Solid 1.
But it's like, I play through it,
Yeah.
and it's like, I like it. It's a shitty game, but I like it. And I know that I like it because it's how first-person shooters used to be, and the fact that it used to be a massive list of missions
Uh,
without a focus of PvP.
meh.
Oh my god.
I'm not a
It
big
was an
fan of
actual complete
PvP
game.
either way, so.
As you're doing a stream of 1v1s.
Eh. It's part of the hilarious side. We also discussed the update, and Wade's just confirmed that it's going to, in their own words, gear.
Equipment. Equipment.
Yeah,
They're gonna be thrown in
equipment.
here. I did notice that on the market, I looked at barbarian stuff and I'm like, holy cow, why is everything all of a sudden super cheap? Is everyone getting afraid of playing as a berserker now because of the words of nerfs?
Oh, you should see the fucking ranger.
Because I'm sitting there looking at it, it's like, wow, all this A rank gear at legendary and or mythic at being way lower than I last time saw them being.
Yeah, here's the thing. Archers lost about 20% in market value. Even though we're the only class that uses leather shit, we still lost
It's
a
all
20%.
the damage is already done.
You would imagine with us being the only class that can use leather, it would still stay high. It's not like we share gear with anyone. So you would imagine it still
Hmm.
stay up high, maybe a fucking 5%, 10% loss in value. No, we lost like about 20 to 30 value. Numbers are not completely in yet.
Well, it's like stuff that I remember seeing on the Berserker being like people are trying to sell for like
Way cheaper.
500 to 800,000 star seeds are now going at like 100 to 200,000, and I'm just looking at that like,
I'm betting it's
wow.
I'm betting it's mainly the weapons though, because paladins aren't getting a nerf.
No, I looked through all the armor on Berserker. They got to be real cheap.
Hmm. I guess people just really don't want to play fucking paladin.
Well, they consider them the basic boys that don't really have any good highlights to them.
They are a
Oh, this
stunful
game is.
bitch. They're a stunful bitch. That's all I got to say. And fuck you, fuck you, YouTube. Don't fucking demonetize me, please. I gotta make a living,
Oh,
man.
please. But yeah, it just seems like that nobody wants to actually effectively play Crusader because it's funny when people talk about them and they say, "Oh, they don't do damage." Well, they're not supposed to be the class that does damage. In classic MMO stance, they're not supposed to be a DPS. They're supposed to be the tank. They're supposed to have high defense, and they're supposed to be able to basically kite everything towards them
But
for
there's no
everyone else to
aggro
do the
system in
damage.
this game.
Yeah,
I
that'd be the
know.
I will take
problem.
that
That's
back.
the,
There's a slight aggro system, and it
but it's
could be
not good
better.
enough.
It could be better if everyone was willing to put some effort into the fucking um the
Uh,
uh the Sentinel. Sorry, it took me so long to
Mhm.
figure that out. But if
It's
they were,
pretty much
yeah,
it's pretty much how I've been saying it. The concept of what an MMO is has dropped immensely
there's no concept
over
of
time.
MMO anymore. It's
I
been
know.
washed down and
It's
simplified.
sad. It's sad because two things have caused this. I feel one,
Activision,
Destiny releasing. So
EA,
technically
EA.
Activision because they are part of because of the fact that they're part of Destiny, and Destiny started the whole was really one of the big ones that started the whole gear score thing implemented into an MMO aesthetic. And the other one is the fact that once MMO started becoming an action MMORPG, the concept of gear score just became more and more, and the whole concept of
Yeah, but you hate.
knowing what the classes are supposed to be, and then finding out that, oh no, we're not designing them to be that way anymore. It's like, well, way to kill the whole aspect of what it's supposed to be about.
lazy programming. Lazy programming.
Yeah. They've made it so that it's basically baby mode. Like people playing priest in these, they would not survive in Shea.
Oh,
It's
they
an
wouldn't survive
old,
in Final Fantasy 11 either.
it's an old ass. Shea is an old ass MMO from like almost around like 10 years or more ago, and if you if your priest did not specialize in any form of healing whatsoever, you do not last long in the late game at all.
Yeah. That was 11. You would when everybody would die in a fight or somebody would drop, it was always the healer. It's like, why didn't you res people? Why didn't you heal us?
Mm-hmm.
You're not watching the character's health. You're more interested in the fight, and that's not your job.
It's the whole thing of know your role when you play your class.
Hmm.
Not we're going to make all these classes have different abilities, but we're going to make sure that they can all do a lot of damage except for a very select few. Screw you.
This game I feel was more built around the Berserker style of fighting. Like I feel like I'm playing a 1991 button masher. All I need is the 2D scroller.
Well, I will
That's about
say
what
the
it is.
archers, we have to go through our to get the most DPS out of us. We have to go through our rotation in the right order. Otherwise, when we come back around to our rotation, we are out. You know?
Yeah. It just seems like though that the defense system in the game is a little shit. For a
Yeah.
simple fact that it just seems like that, yeah, you're upgrading your armor, and yeah, you're getting it up into gear score, blah 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 blah. But but even if you face off against other things, you're still taking a quarter to half your health in one shot. When it's like you're well above the requirements to fight this thing, why are they making it stronger than you or as strong as you in the process?
Well,
What, just to keep it a challenge?
yeah, that's a little bit of a bullshitty thing,
The
and it.
whole great thing about an MMO is when you get super high level and have gear that is at that level and all that, and you can go back to the old areas that gave you trouble, and you can run in there and just one shot everything, and when they hit you, it does maybe one tick of health. That's the whole concept of that, is getting so powerful you can go back to old areas and face old bosses and just wreck them by
Well,
yourself without
here's
having a
the
whole
problem
party.
I have with the gear score
And you
system.
can't do that now.
Because it seems like they tried to throw a level mix gear score system in. I don't like that for the simple reason it wasn't done well enough, because you can just go and give your main character or another character a bunch of high gear.
Yeah,
Literally go to your
it's
storage,
it's
give
like I
your
said.
like
It's like I said in your last stream. It's basically you can give when you start up a new character, you can basically start them up as if they're doing a new game plus. All your powerful gear from your last playthrough gets carried over to a level 1 starting character. The whole they not only is the gear score system kind of shit for an MMO, but the fact that they make it so that gear does not require an actual character level to even wear the damn thing, just it's pointless at this point to even call it an MMO.
Yeah. Well, it's still an MMO, but it's not. Yeah. I don't know
Or I
what to
should say
call
it's
it.
pointless to call it an MMORPG when they took out over half the RPG elements that exist in MMOs.
Yeah.
like honestly, I don't like that for that point. Like it makes it a little cheesy, I guess you could say. Um, I'm also one of those people that are pissed that they don't have a Rogue out yet. Like, come on, Rogue
The
was one
but
of the first
the thing
four.
is, even if they put in a rogue in the game, do you
I,
honestly think anyone's gonna actually play them?
I don't know how well it would actually work. Like, honestly, with how the uh,
They would have to be absolutely broken as shit in order for people to
they
enjoy
they
them.
would
Like they
have
would
to
have to be
actually
the
change this stamina system. The stamina system would not work
oh yeah, that pretty
for a
much
rogue.
that would kill the rogue unless rogues get double stamina, which I could see that getting broken. I could see them. The only way that they would make the rogues have any chance in here because of the fact that their daggers would be the least damaging out of all the weapons. And I know it would be daggers because that would be the only thing that would make sense is like dual daggers or something. And they would have to have a lot of skills that deal out a lot of DOTs and teleportation based skills that involve getting behind your enemy to do crit hits.
Yeah, that's the only way that that would really work in my premise. I, but there's a lot of things wrong with how they did. Like the prestige quests. Like, don't don't make it to where like it to
The
be
story.
like I've completely forgot the premise of the story just because of the prestige quest. Like that shit is stupidly annoying to me. To me, it's
Yeah.
completely like why, why?
I agree. Locking a blessing behind them, that's great. I mean, it gives me something to shoot for to go and do them. But to lock the story behind them, kind of sucks.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah.
a bad choice on how they did it.
Well, they expected people to they were anticipating, okay, well, we've heard all these rumors about people blowing through games and all that and just superseding them super quick, so let's make this take a while. So they have to have some form of grind. Oh, what's that? It's way too much of a grind? Well, oh well.
I accidentally made it too much of a grind to go through the story. Which, honestly, this is not a grind. I would be okay with grinding. I'd be okay with grinding for levels, gear. I love that shit.
Yeah, that's
But
part
this
of the
is
whole
just
game.
a time grind.
Yeah, because you're limited to how many reputation building quests and stuff you can do per day.
Yeah, I hate those. Like, it's like you want me
Oh,
to
we
play
don't.
your game less, is what that fucking tells me.
They they don't want people doing the playing nonstop all the time type deal. They want people to space it out. Here's your limitation. Sorry, what? What limitation? Grinding's not supposed to have a limit, other than if you're too strong for the enemies to where they no longer drop stuff for you.
Like, there's a few issues with what they did.
Like I swear, if there was a situation to where my only job was to keep tabs on mechanics, like if it was a full team of people to build an MMO, and my only job was to make sure that they understand what concepts and mechanics work, don't work, and are good and aren't good, I could definitely help pump out a better free to play MMO than most of the ones that have released now.
Well,
And better than some of the paid for MMOs. Black Desert.
well, there's a couple issues. Like I always say, ooh, that lag. I'm not trying. The game is just having a see. It's having a seizure right now. Oh, I am taking damage. Oh, this is a bad lag. I just did my fucking shot like fucking 6 times. I'm trying to reload. I'm lagging. I speak of the devil, and it.
Harris, what you can expect?
It's a
Yeah, the
good
only thing with
thing.
me right now,
It's a
the
good
only
thing
thing,
I fucking built my fucking archer as a tank.
yeah, that's the question I'm giving myself is do I want to build my Berserker to have a shit ton of defense? Or just at least try to build up some attack when the opportunity rises?
Well, I'm building mine up. I plan on trying to hit 15,000 defense.
Because it sucks. There are three totems that I could throw onto my berserker. That I would want to throw on my berserker. I mean, two of them share different names, but they are the exact. But they have the exact same stat. There are two totems that give max health, and then
Different,
there's.
rank
But they're different
levels.
named. No, different
Well, one's
names.
B, one's C.
No, they're both A.
They're both A.
Yeah.
Huh.
Wasteland's Judgment Totem is an A rank totem that increases max HP anywhere between 820 to 1039.
Well, mate,
And
you're
then
gonna
the
have to get
other
to
one,
level 30 for that.
and then the other one is Old Legion Totem, another A rank totem, same defense, same gear score, increases max HP 820 to 1039, exact same amount. I don't know what the difference is supposed to be unless one of them is based more around acquiring in PvP or what.
Eh, possible. Uh,
that Then there's a totem that I might also jump into. The third one of the options is Totem of the Forgotten Knights, A rank, increases defense by 1580 to 1728.
Very nice.
well, you're gonna have to get to level 30 for that, mate. Unless you want to pay out
Oh,
the
I
ass.
don't. Well, considering that there's already a couple A tier totems that are not even over 60,000.
Some the A's are shit.
Oh, I
I'd,
know.
I would take a B over them.
Oh yeah.
I still don't know what the hell they were trying to do with this mage. I think that's my biggest argument.
Hey, I have to
Oh,
reload.
yeah, but I can't tell you what gear I'm supposed to be using or how my rotations go.
I
I
can
can
tell you
do the
everyone
best guess I've
says to
got.
go for crit rate on an
Damage.
archer.
I was gonna say, I'd say mage go crit damage, but I don't know
And
if they
that's the
do.
funny thing is the building for crit rate on this game as an archer is way more unnecessarily difficult compared to other MMOs, which literally just raise this stat point a shit ton, and you will be
Well,
critting for days.
here's my problem.
Yeah.
Rangers, we do a lot of damage. We do a lot of attacks. We crit. That's one of the only things that we're good at. So I'm actually gonna go against the grain.
Against the grain there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go for crit rate. The only crit rate I am gonna go for is my new boots. Uh, which boots of vigilance, an A, not max roll, but a decent roll today. I'm gonna get that up. I'm going to be switching out a few pieces. I plan on trying to, if I can get the shoulder pads for the crit damage, then I'll use that, and then I'll go with something else for defense. But I plan on having my chest piece, Tunic of Vigilance, the defensive one, not the attack one. And yes, there are two named exactly the same thing, but they're two different pieces. They're literally named the same exact thing. Same thing with the boots. They just have different type of stats. I don't know what that's about. But I'm gonna go for increasing my crit damage and my base damage instead of my crit rate. Because I already, in one rotation, I'll normally crit like 5 or 8 times. If I can get my
Hmm.
crit damage up to where I'm one-shotting someone with one crit, I just have to do one rotation. I just killed fucking 5 people.
Hmm.
But we'll see how this build works. If not, I can always scrap it.
Yeah.
And then probably salvage a few things and sell the others.
Well, this game being based on gear score. Let's say I wanted to try out something with crit rate over crit damage, and I put on a bunch of low-level gear. It's not going to give me an accurate description of what the hell I should be doing, right?
Yeah. Well, here's my big problem. They encourage people to upgrade their gear just so they can do the missions to, uh, you know, get the good gear. But usually the gear that people are upgrading are fucking shit just so they can get into the dungeons to get the good shit and have their buddies carry them through it. In that sense, you could have a wealthy buddy just sell you some high
The
fucking
good
shit
stuff.
just for you to get the gear score. It'd be jack shit fucking crap like fucking salvaging or speed or something like that. Some cheap ass fucking crap. Just so he can carry you through a dungeon so you could possibly get gear. And also the dead is not hard. You'd fucking take 4 rangers and a fucking priest in there, you're golden.
Hey, we took 4 rangers and a mage and still survived.
Still survive, but I fucking lost like fucking 20,000 star seeds and fucking potions.
Yeah. Probably
God
get me
knows
to a
how
point
much
that I
you
craft
lost.
them and you don't have to pay for them. I don't know, I crafted most of mine.
Yeah, lucky you. I don't have time for that. But yeah, Neko, I will agree. I don't like the gear score for the sense that they tried to do a level base. I do not like it when they do a level base and gear score combination. It just
Oh,
doesn't
Exactly.
still
ever
not
work
shit.
out. They can never do it
They
right.
tell you they tell you you're supposed to be this level. Okay, I'm over this level. Okay, you need this gear score. Um and then you finally get over that gear score. Okay, I'm over that gear score. Okay, how well am I supposed to do this quest? Why the hell am I barely being able to survive these things?
Oh, because you
But
That's
yeah,
what
didn't
it
pick the
resorts down
priest.
to. Or 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 it's well, that's just the bare minimum. In technicality, you should be way stronger than that at this point. Why?
And then why did I not get that gear from the quest?
It's like, oh, don't you know you're supposed to farm that thing about 50 times before you actually get some decent out of it that's going to help you, but you're not going to be able to fortify it or anything, but it's going to help you.
That's when you're supposed to go and farm these mobs for 5, 6 hours a day, just so you can get enough cores to fortify it.
The thing that bugs me too is that it does not matter whether they're higher than your level or at your level. You could kill all these mobs and all that, and they only ever give you anywhere from as much as high as I've seen a 0.02% of your XP.
Oh, I'm not getting that no more. At
Yeah,
34, I for a
they've
full
essentially
mob.
made it. They've made it so that essentially farming mobs does nothing for levels,
Well,
and again, that's another situation that takes the MMO aspect out of the game.
well, here's the thing. Farming mobs is for cores and some gold, and that's about it. Yes,
Yeah, and
at level 30,
it's
you can
supposed to be
get
for
A.
levels.
You can get A gear from mobs. How rare is it? So far, I've only gotten one. One A gear.
from almost in-game, from in-game mobs.
Yeah. only one from in-game mobs. That is horrible because I've probably grinded 50,000 cores. But like,
Well, I have a limited time merchant and then the Starseed merchant, but no person to sell to. Very confused.
it comes down to the fact that a lot of this is coming back to laziness. Laziness and not testing, laziness and like it just
Creating
comes.
the same thing that's already been created.
Well, I will give them credit. They did put a lot. This is a lot on console. Definitely
Oh,
PS4
oh, I know.
or
My son's
something.
console couldn't run it for more than 10 minutes and then it'd overheat.
Yeah.
Literally, he could not farm for 5 fucking minutes, and his console would overheat and shut down. I'm like, you're kidding me. Like, oh my god.
And then there's my dusty old thing that is still working like a champ.
No, mine sounds like a fucking jet engine half the damn time anymore. I'm like, I play this game for 2 minutes and fucking fans kicked on and everything else. I'm like, okay, we need to tone some of this down. We are on console, we can't upgrade. This isn't PC.
Now it probably
Matter of
runs
fact,
better on
finish
PS5, but
Well, this probably runs better on PS4 Pro.
It could.
it probably does.
DDR3, DDR4.
Now, I'm just gonna say this though: if it starts, if you run this game on PS5 and the fans kick on it, it sounds like that thing's working real hard to run it. It's no longer, and people say, "Oh, it's because the consoles can't handle it." No, it's because the game ain't optimized worth a damn. They need to optimize that shit. Because it should not make something like a PS5 or a PS4 Pro, for that matter, chug or work hard to run it.
Like I shouldn't be worried that my PlayStation's about ready to go. Hey, we're going to the moon today, boys. Like that. That's a problem, mate. You should not do that. And in RB, like, I understand maybe they meant for it to move you around if someone's taking the point, but don't reset somebody's timer for respawning just because someone took the point. That becomes a unwinnable battle because you have 70% of the fucking infinite loop of falling to their death. That makes the PvP
Speaking of
unenjoyable.
speaking of OG PS4s, someone goes, "I'm only here because Terra runs like ass on my OG PS4." I have not had a problem with Terra running, but that's a whole nother bag of worms I'm not gonna open up right now.
Terra's market was jack dog shit.
Oh, I hadn't. Oh, I hadn't. No, I have no problems with Terra's market. They
I
were.
got banned for it.
I was actually able to buy shit in there and sell shit and make a ton of money off of it. The
I made
problem.
I made a shit ton of money off it. Also screwed a lot of people out of money too when I made all the fucking outfits worth less than potions. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a great fun thing. And then, but then you sell shit that people would just go out and farm like 30 minutes of farming and they'd have that amount of stuff, but you sell them at a super high price and people still buy them. Don't know
yeah.
why. Really don't know why.
Terra was, it was pretty,
It was the first MMO to do action combat.
and was brave enough to have lollies.
Well, those lollies are over 400 years old, so even though it's kind of odd, the female versions are little lolly girls with animal ears and tails, and the males are big fat animals. Don't get that part, and I don't want to know what the Rule 34 is with them two combined. That's
uh,
I
because
just don't.
that probably throws people through a what you call it religious crisis that nobody wants to talk about.
I just want to sit the guy who thought that up and ask him what he was fucking thinking, and then hand him over to the cops. Cause he's
well,
hiding
I don't know.
something.
Remember,
Wow.
your PvP was a bunch of babies in a toy store.
Wow, someone just said, I quit Terra once they killed open world PvP.
There
Sorry
was
to
open
say,
world.
but open world PvP is not one of the best mechanics in an MMO.
I don't like it because it interferes with you progressing through your game.
That's exactly it. The fact that it gets to where you can't do everything else you're supposed to be able to do in an MMO because there are a lot of assholes that come up and just destroy you for absolutely no reason, just for their pure enjoyment. And they can do that for so long to where nobody else wants to play the game because that
Yeah,
shit happens. And their only thing is, lol, get good. It's like,
can't get
or
good
we
if I
could,
can't go anywhere.
it's like, okay, well, we could get good if you would stop going into areas in which you're about 20, 30 levels higher than you should be to be over there. And killing people who obviously aren't going to stand a chance and all that. And the
Well,
fact you
Yeah,
probably. And
my
then.
problem with the open world PvP, they said they balanced for higher levels attacking lower levels, that they're supposed to get a nerf. I do not feel that that nerf is harsh enough. I feel that there is definitely a still a large disadvantage, and like the gap, it almost feels like they did not do any scaling for that, even though they say they did.
Well, I agree with the one guy here who's talking. People who complains about this game are lazy because they don't like putting work. There. I will agree that yes, there are people that will complain about some of the grinding aspects that are kind of apparent, like they don't like grinding for gear or anything. Yes, that is laziness. But when the complaints are coming about specific classes or anything like that that are not playing the way that they are supposed to be by class definition, that's a problem.
yeah.
Yeah, the grind the grind is not really a problem for me. It's the
I
fact
just wish they
that a
had better
lot of the
gear.
grinding spots are locked behind class base. Like if I was the same level with the same gear score, same shit, on a mage, I could go grind for cores way easier than I can as an archer. I'm
And then
not
if
gonna
you're a
say
priest,
where it
you could even
is.
do more.
Well, no, priests can't grind for that because they can't do the mobs that well.
Now, I will say your class can steal kills in grinding spots.
Oh yeah, we can steal kills, but eh.
As far as going out solo, it makes it difficult.
Oh yes,
Same with
rangers
the mode.
rangers have a pretty good disadvantage in most cases. Uh,
Right. That's where I was talking about the gear being kind of crappy, is that the gear doesn't kind of mesh well for the mage. And that's where I'm like, well, what the hell am I building for? I'm like, all the gear is all over the place. A lot of it I get is for stamina or crap like that. I'm like, I don't want stamina. You can give me a common aspect on that thing, and I'd rather run something without and have to run stamina out. Or receive extra health from a pyre. What is that garbage? We couldn't think of anything else to put onto a piece of gear.
Yeah, some of the gear was a little lazily created. It's very unoriginal and lazy. Like a lot of the gear that, or a lot of the shit that in total.
Yeah, but I feel really bad too because I do have to compare them to my first MMO, which was Final Fantasy XI, and the gear which you had to base on was certain stats. So, like, say if I was playing a black mage, I had to focus on intelligence, or if I was playing a white mage, it was mind,
Well,
defense,
I
dexterity.
only MMO experience I have is two of the greatest
Ah,
MMORPGs, in my opinion, of course. Star
I will
Wars:
say
Old
this:
Republic and WoW.
someone kind of hit the nail on how the classes are. Right, with no real support class, can't be any real support classes when everything is DPS pretty much.
That is true. I will agree. Yeah, dead on
Yeah,
the head.
yeah, the support classes are all DPS.
Someone goes, "I want dual wield and rogue added soon." Ugh.
I
The
want
rogue I
class
could see,
definitions.
but the thing is the only way that dual wielding is going to be a thing is is the whole fact that it's only going to be like daggers and nothing more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's another complaint I have about this is the fact that you are limited on your weaponry. At least other MMOs give you a selection of weapons you can choose from to decide your build for that character.
Hey,
Like
other
one game I
games at
played,
least
you could
give you
do
a ticket that allows you to change your appearance.
yeah. I'm still waiting on that
yeah.
one. I did send him a ticket on that. I'm like, I need this badly because it gets real bland. After I finally see the outfits in the game, I'm like, I want to change my character so at least my outfits
Yeah, your
look
mohawk
better.
don't really
Yeah, no, and see, here's the thing: if they do that, then they can add in other hairstyles and crap like that, and then sell the tickets so you can get different hairstyles for your characters and shit. They're losing a big market by not allowing that to happen yet.
Like I remember in an old MMO, like one of the basic things was if you chose a warrior, you'd start off with you could either have your equipment be a sword, sword and shield, dual swords, or a two-handed sword. Those were your options.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we didn't
Just for
have
the
that.
warrior, if you chose defender, which had the same equipment and was basically the same thing as warrior, but different skill sets and all that, you started off with a sword and shield. But you could get a, but you could either get instead of a sword, you could get a mace, or you could get a two-handed mace.
I didn't get all
Rangers,
that.
Rangers, you got a choice of either bow, dagger, a dagger, or a crossbow. Or a reverse dagger, I think. I know, like, a lot of the classes, they all had weapons that multiple classes could use, but each class had their own, like, unique piece of equipment that no other class could use. For the warriors, it was, I think, the dual swords and the two-handed swords. For the defenders, it was the maces and two-handed maces. For rogues, they